Hello everyone and welcome to day 22 of Craftmas. The end is in sight. But today we're going to be making one of my personal favourite craft projects I've probably done for the whole series. And we're going to be making some paintbrush Santa ornament things. And I have seen these online, I've seen lots of variations, I've seen people kind of turn the paintbrushes into reindeers and elves and lots of other things, but the Santa ones look amazing and I thought I would give it a go myself, try it out myself and put my own twist on it too. What I would recommend is rather than going and buying some paintbrushes and using some perfectly good paintbrushes to create decorations, I think it's more suitable to kind of recycle older paintbrushes that you've got kind of in the studio and stuff. So I've got this absolutely knackered paintbrush. I think I've used it for latex before. It's absolutely destroyed. And all we're going to do is it's kind of quite a meta thing to do, and we're going to paint a paintbrush. So we want to paint this bristle bit white. All we're going to need is some acrylic. And then just paint this bristle part all white, and this bit's basically going to be his beard. But you can do snowmen, you can do elves, you can do Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, reindeers, you can do absolutely all sorts with it. And I think it's just such a cool kind of fun, unique thing to make. And especially for someone who's creative or kind of like an artist or crafter or something, it's kind of the perfect decoration, repurposing an old paintbrush. You just want to make sure you get all the bristles covered in the acrylic paint, and then I want to set this aside and wait for this part to dry. Probably is about 24 hours, and then I want to paint the whole handle red. And once you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this. And now what we need to do is obviously create the face. So what we're going to do is stick some Santa hat material just over kind of this metal part. You can use felt, you can use kind of anything you want, but I have an old Santa hat that I've kind of torn apart for this. So I'm just going to add some glue to this and stick it down. But I'm not sure whether I'm the only one who kind of thinks this is a fantastic idea. I just think it's really cool. I suppose it speaks to us though, because I'm kind of an artist and a creative kind of person, so I knew immediately I wanted to give it a go. They do take quite a long time to make though, because you've got a lot of kind of drying time and a lot of waiting around. So if you want a lot of them, or you're really kind of into them, I'd recommend doing batches at a time. But again, you can use kind of felt or even like paper or something for the Santa hat part if you wanted to. Got it all stuck to my fingers. Right, and then you'll have something that looks like this. And what you want to do next is give it some eyes. And I've just got some googly eyes here. I'm not going to kind of peel it off and use the sticky bit here. I'm just going to do some super glue, because then at least I know it's going to stay. You just want to stick some eyes on so he can see. And obviously if you're doing an elf themed one, you'd probably paint this green, and maybe, I don't know, do they wear hats, elves? I think they do. Maybe it's a red kind of trim. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just a white trim again. Reindeers, I can't remember how they did them. I saw some online, the reindeer ones, and they looked really nice as well. But yeah, you could, if you just Google it, you can find loads of different kinds of them. People have gone really creative with it. And you just want to give it a second eye. And then finally you want a nose. And I'm just going to use a button for the nose. I think a button looks quite cool. That's a cool button. Use that one. Just a bit of glue again. And then once that's done, you just want to cut a little bit of twine or string or ribbon, whatever it is you want, to thread through the handle. Tie it in a knot. Cut any excess off. And there you go. And the thing is as well, these don't have to be Christmas tree ornaments. You can kind of hang them anywhere. You could kind of hang them on the wall if you wanted to. But I just think they look super cool. I think they look so fun. I don't know whether it's just me. I just really like these. I think they're great. And I don't think they look too kind of like crafty or a bit naff. I think they look really, really good and really cool. How cool are they? I think they're fantastic. I think it's such a clever idea. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang these on the tree, definitely. And I think I'm going to keep these. I'm definitely going to keep these and put them on my tree every year. I think they're great. And that's how you make Santa paintbrush decorations, and I think they're such kind of a fun little project to do. And I enjoy doing them myself, so I think it's a one for kind of adults, kids. I think anyone can have fun doing this. I think it's a really creative idea. And again, you can do lots of different things, elves, reindeers, you can colour it any way you want, you can be as creative as you want. But I think they just look super cute, like look at them behind. I think they look great, I really do. But hopefully you did enjoy today's episode. It's one of my favourites. It's definitely by far one of my favourite craft projects that I've done. And I was really pleased with the results. Probably it's because they actually worked. But if you did enjoy today's episode, then make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for another episode. Bye!